Hello, this is Ki from RunScore. Today I'll be demonstrating the use of RunScore on a simple 5K race. This will show you some of the procedures and capabilities of RunScore and hopefully allow you a little more information on how to use RunScore. Once you've installed the RunScore program, you will come up with two icons. The RunScore server, which is the primary program that does all the work. The RunScore client is a thin client. It's a small separate session that can be run from this computer into this server session or from another computer on either the network or with just a TCP/IP connection between the two. Also, it will work over the internet. We will start RunScore server. Notice that we have a blank title line and the action bar is grayed out. We'll select a race. We're going to open the race. It's in the tests directory in the 5K. The entries.frm is the format file that opens the database. Notice the action bar is no longer grayed out, and the information for the race is on the title bar. The first screen we look at is the enter and edit name screen. This is how we can enter data or edit data. We can search on a bib number, typing the bib number in, hitting F3, and we could go down and do corrections in any of the information on that record. If you're going to type in a new record, you want to hit F9 because otherwise, if there was data in there, you're going to overwrite a current record. Now, we're also going to look a little bit right now at the entries.ini. This is the ini file that updates all the records. We have systems definitions that just gives the basic information for the race. We also have some operational settings down here. The not found added is very important for transponder races. You want to, if you read a bib number that is not in the database, it will create a field or a record and allow you to use that to score the race. Edit results both means that the bib number and the time are linked together. We also have custom variables down here where we would put in, say, this was scheduled for a 9 a.m. Race, but you notice we actually took off at 8:59, 32.63. That will give you a 1 point to use in all of the listing files with a custom variable %gun % that will give you the gun time without having to retype it every time. We're going to make sure that the information that we got from Run Signup is correct and we have no corrections or updates or new people. We'll go to Tools, Online System, and make sure that Run Signup is selected. We can also do this with Race Roster, with all the other systems we've got there on that. On online, we're going to sign in to Run Signup. We're going to make sure that information is good, and we're going to log in. We'll confirm, and we'll go to online. Normally, when you first start, you want to select a race. We've already done that, so we're going to do details to check to make sure it's the correct race. And we'll go to online download registrations. We're going to download a selected event. We're going to select only the 5K, and we're going to do an incremental download to see if there's any new or corrected entries. Notice it said 0 updated, so the database was good. The next thing we want to do is clear the results that are in the events right now. So we're going to go ahead and initialize results. We're going to clear all, acknowledge yes that we're going to destroy all the times in there. So now we're just going to check and make sure the event finish has no data in it. Alt 2 will give us the second event. Alt 3 will give us our select event. The next thing we have to do is set up our external timers. So we're going to initialize external timers. I have Fusion started in the background for the middleware for ChronoTrack. We're going to have RunScore set up to see ChronoTrack on port 61611, and the event asterisk means that whatever ChronoTrack is passing to us will be sent directly to RunScore for multiple events. Also, TCP is here because that's how the connection is from ChronoTrack. Collect OK, and everything's there. Now we're going to check the connection. So we'll go to Tools, Connected Devices, and notice that the first device is ChronoTrack. It's a TCP listening on port 61611 and waiting for event from ChronoTrack. Now, during the race, we will check to make sure that the data is coming in from ChronoTrack. We'll go to Results and go to our Finish event. Notice we have the first 42 finishers showing, and we had a select keypad in the ChronoTrack controller, so we were getting select times. As we continue the race, we'll be able to see more and more of those finishers coming across. During the race, we want to run a listings file that's for preliminaries to post to show the people's information and their times, and to get any corrections they may have in spelling, sex changes, and the such. If we look at a print preview, let's disregard that. Let's click on the right one. Print preview, and notice we are getting a listing of 65 finishers, and it's showing all the times and everything else, and we'll check for spellings, sex changes, and age changes. You'll continue doing that during the race. Once you're got the last finisher across, we'll go ahead and check on all that stuff. But if you go back to preliminaries right now, we notice here on number 71, we did not have an entry for them in the database. So now it's showing up because of a setting I have in my INI file. It prints out 71 contact us. When we get their information, we can go back into the database, F3, and we can correct the name, first name, last name, all the other information. Now, once that's all done, the race is done and we're getting ready for the awards, we can go ahead and first check to make sure that the results are correct. So we're going to right click on that, send it to preview. Here's the 5K with the division and the total finishers in that division, and all the other information for formal results. We can check that also on the walk, either right click or the icon, and notice we've got all those. We'll look also at the times to make sure that they're correct. Now, once we've done that, those were simple listing files to present the results. Now the awards is slightly different. We're going to go ahead and edit that file, and we're going to notice that in that file, this is a RunScore macro. The macro file is called by the @ sign in the front of the listing file, and that will go ahead and set up to where you can run multiple RSM files, which are the macro files that use parameters after it's called, to use those in percent 1 through say 9 in there to call in that event, so we can use that one RunScore macro many times without having to change just the information we need on that. And that will present with us a nice view of results. Overall, the masters, each one of those was called by those parameters changing for female, age, and such, and all the age group. Now, once you're done with all that, you can go ahead and present those awards to the race director. Be ready for any changes. There's also capabilities for race roster, for run sign up, and all the others, is to send that information directly up to the results sections on each. A simple little thing, RunScore results 2, we can send online, and you will actually send that directly up to, here in this case, run sign up. Now, this is a simple little view of all this, and I know it's kind of like getting a drink out of a fire hydrant, but we will cover more of these sub-issues and capabilities in the future videos. But spend some time in the help files to go ahead and look specifically at the RunScore basics, the programming primer, and other things. If you're ever confused, you can go ahead and type in the search window something to do, and when you list the topics, you can figure out which ones you want to do to see your assign. Thank you for listening today, and in the future we hope to give you more and more information to make your life easier.